This is episode 2 of the ongoing pseudocode series, and in this episode we're going to be looking at case. So in pseudocode, keywords are always written in uppercase. Like for instance, if you look at the case statement, it's going to be capital letters, repeat, as well as declare. Then for identifiers, that is to say names for variables, constants, procedures or subroutines, as it were, it's always going to be given in camel case or Pascal case. So camel case is whereby you have a small letter for the very first word in your identifier name, then every other subsequent name every other subsequent letter is going to be capitalized. Like for instance, let's say we had a variable or an identifier called number of items. So the way we would name it is to make use of number. You see the word number there is going to be all small letters. Then O, that the next word that follows is of. So O is going to be capitalized. Then items as well is going to be capitalized. So this convention is what we call camel case. Then we also have another type of case called Pascal case that we can use for identifiers. Like for instance, let's use the same identifier name, number of items. So the way we would write it using Pascal case is this way. That is by capitalizing the beginning of every word. So that's what we would call Pascal case. So these are the two case conventions that you would want to use with your identifiers in pseudocode. Then we also have something called meta variables. So essentially a meta variable is basically a variable that you're going to substitute with something else. So like for instance, if I wanted to show you the syntax for declaring a variable, I would go something like this. So I would say identifier, then data type, just like so. So this essentially would give you the template, or basically the skeleton of how you would declare a variable, right? So essentially this is this is a meta variable. So you know that is a meta variable whenever you see these angled brackets right here. So it means that you have to substitute whatever is inside of the angled brackets right here. So you see later on when you look at variable declaration how you can actually go about declaring a variable. So but yeah, I think that's just about it for this episode. Whenever it comes to case in pseudocode, we make use of uppercase for keywords, mixed case, that is to say you can use camel case or Pascal case for your identifiers. Then for the most part, meta variables are basically used for showing the syntax for variable declaration or for component declaration, as it were. So it's not so much as an issue of having to you don't really need to write meta variables in your pseudocode. You're just concerned with writing keywords in uppercase, then your identifiers in either camel case or Pascal case. And it's important to underline that you need to be consistent with the kind of case that you would have picked. So if you pick camel case, you should make sure that you use camel case all the way through your pseudocode. And if you were to go with Pascal case, you'd always want to make sure that you use that all the way through in your entire file, or in your entire pseudocode, as it were. So yeah, that's just about it for this episode. I'll see you in the next one.